Hello, you guys. This is Sharzad Morgan with a little bit of a political commentary. Frankly, there's not much difference between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, other than the fact that one is black and one is white. One is a lot more charming, the other one spins word salad. But when it comes to wars, Big Pharma, Wall Street, and the military industrial complex, there will be no changes with either candidate. Okay? And for those of you who like Donald Trump, what policies has he actually laid out? And how is he going to do them? Okay, think. Okay, now we do know that there are people trying to get rid of him, that the Democrats have been, trying to get rid of him. But I think that's just because they want to be in power, not because he does anything different. The only thing that Donald Trump might do differently is that he's against NATO. He thinks NATO should fund their own military. And he doesn't want to see the war in Ukraine. But he's all for bombing children in Gaza. And he wants to take over the West Bank. So nothing's going to change. But what I really want to talk about in this video is a lot of the polling that they show you is showing that Kamala is ahead. But the polling overpolls the Democrats. According to the Rasmussen poll, Donald Trump is ahead in quite a few of the swing states. I think people are going to be surprised. And one of the groups that is really not liking Kamala are black men. Black people are very intelligent. They are no BS. I think some of them got taken in by Obama when he ran into, was it 2008, when he was not elected as president. But I tell you, when I first heard Obama, I'm like, this guy is a fraud. He's all charm and smoke and mirrors. We're going to change. I'm going to make change. And my question was, what are you going to change? And how are you going to change it? He never said, and people were so in love with him, they were taken in by a smooth-talking charm. And the black people do not like Barack Obama. I'm going to play you some clips in a moment. You will see why Obama is coming out and trying to shame black men into voting for Kamala because they don't want anything to do with her. They see through the bullshit. The other problem with Obama was during that time that he was running, I remember there was something going on. I don't remember the exact event. It was on the news. I was at the gym working out, and the news was on, and there was something going on with black people. I'm like, oh, Obama's running. I was thinking, he's going to step in and help these black people. No, nothing. He's never done anything for the black people. I think Barack Obama is full of himself. He's always been a fraud. He is the one that expanded the wars. He's the one that caused a lot of racial division with the Black Lives Matter. He did a lot of really bad things. He bailed out Wall Street instead of the American people. And according to pollster Frank Lutz, that is how we got Donald Trump. There was a Frontline documentary about it. People were just so upset with Barack Obama for not paying attention to the everyday people. The president is supposed to represent the people, and most people are middle class or poor. And he completely ignored them. I think he just liked being in the spotlight, having all eyes on him, partying with the celebrities and the elites, getting his mansions, getting his money. And he's come out now to shame black men for not being voting for Kamala or being for her. But when he talks now, you can just tell he's just an empty suit. He lost his fake charisma, his fake charm. And even Michelle Obama and Hillary Clinton, they're all empty suits. Now, Donald Trump is a very charismatic speaker, but these people that think he's the Messiah, he's not. He's not going to change anything. In my opinion, he's not. Because if Donald Trump was going to change something, where are his policies? How is he going to change it? How is he going to get over the deep state that's running the wars? And Donald Trump wants to enlarge the war in Israel. Do you know that Israel wants to expand its borders which are not even actual real borders because they didn't agree with the UN. They never, according to someone I listened to today, they never have defined their borders as under a constitution. They want to have Lebanon, Syria, they want to have Saudi Arabia, they want to have all this land. Donald Trump is there for it. You know, he's a developer. Kushner is the one that ignited a lot of tensions by putting the capital in Jerusalem, which was supposed to be a holy city for all religions. So Donald Trump is going to keep the genocide going, and he's going to accelerate it. He hates Iran, and he wants to expand the genocide. Okay? So he's not your Messiah. But what I really want to talk about was what the black men are saying about why they're not going to fall for the bullshit of Kamala Harris and why they don't appreciate Obama coming out and talking down to them about who they should vote for. And the Democrats can't figure out how they can get people to like Kamala. Well, here's another thing. Donald Trump, as flawed as he is flawed, okay? He appeals to the population, to the people. He's a populist candidate. And the Democrats had a populist candidate in Bernie Sanders, but they pushed him aside and they put in Hillary or they put in Biden. They install people. And that's why it's not going very well. And I said from the beginning, she's never going to win because she can't talk. She's stupid. Kamala Harris is stupid. She's dumb. That's why they kept her in the basement, but now she had to come on do interviews and she is flopping. So now Obama's come out to try to scold the black people into voting for her. Gotta talk to the brothers. So let's get into this. I'm going to play a few clips. I'm going to put these all back to back just to make it easier. I hope you will enjoy them. The first one is from a channel called It's Sean Daniel. And he, on these clips, he interviews, he has clips from C.J. Pearson, Terrence Williams, David Harris, and Vernon Jones. So I'm going to play 2 of those clips. And then we're going to go to someone who I watch. And so those are were all black conservatives. Black conservatives scold Obama after he called them out. And then the next one that I want to play for you is another channel I like to watch called Sabby Sabs. And this video is called Obama Blames Black Male Voters. And she's angry on this one. She's really good. I like listening to her. She's actually for Jill Stein. And she was really for Obama in 2008. She voted for him. She thought he was wonderful. And now she said he turned out to be such a fraud that she's learned not to get pulled in by people's charms. So as a black woman, she also has her take on what's gone wrong with the Democratic Party, especially because she's still in touch with a lot of working class folks or very poor folks from the town that she's from, and she's very much tied into the community and really cares about people, and she's pretty smart. She follows the polling. I highly recommend her channel. She's pretty good. And I really enjoy, I watch a lot of African American channels, and I like them because they're really down to earth. They're so honest, and they're like for no bullshit, and I like that no bullshit. But you know, there are bullshitters in every race. Of course, Obama was full of bullshit. All hot air. People fell for him. You know, and now the same people are falling for Donald Trump. Wake up. One more thing I want to say before I play these 3 clips is that I have a hard time respecting men who are stupid. And I'm sorry, but if you think that Kamala Harris is going to be a good candidate, president, or Trump is going to be a good president, I have a hard time respecting you. I respect men that teach me something, that are intelligent. And when it comes to politics, one person I really like listening to that I respect, a man, is Dave Smith. He sees through the crap. He has a very calm way of explaining things. So I like the Dave Smith show because he makes me think and he really puts things out there and he sees through all the bullshit. It's hard to trust a man who falls for the propaganda, who's easily lured in by snake oil men, because such a man to me is a liability. I don't need a man to teach me things, although that does make him more attractive. But if his head is in the sand and he's easily deceived by the propaganda on the news or by the charisma of someone like Donald Trump, how can I respect you and how can I look up to you? And how can you keep me safe when you're so gullible? This is a huge point. I was going to make a separate video about this. I call these men stupid, gullible, unintelligent. And I understand that, you know, I once believed what was on the news. I once believed in some of the propaganda, but I don't anymore. And so I understand why people don't want to date someone that has different political views, because some of these people are just asleep, mentally asleep. And those people are a liability. I find they're fine for bookkeeping clients because I don't have to discuss that. But I'm like, you're still in the matrix. And I think we need to come up with a term that's like red-pilled in the politics. Just like men saying that is it red-pilled? They get women now, they're red-pilled. Well, I think we all need to be red-pilled on politics. Trump is part of the system. He took $100 million from a Zionist. He is going to continue the genocide. He's going to continue giving tax cuts to the rich, protecting big pharma, and maybe having Elon Musk and Kennedy on there will change some things. I don't know. It remains to be seen, but he's definitely going to keep the wars going. He may be better on free speech. That's another thing I'm very concerned about. But anyway, I'm going to play these clips now. And if any of you watch Dave Smith, I'd be interested to hear what you think about him. But anyway, here go the clips, and thanks for watching my video, you guys.
Barack Obama, do you think people have to do what you say? You act like you own us. You act like you own black people. You don't own me.
So no, Barack, I'm not going to support Kamala Harris because you said that is my duty as a young black man.
And now you have the audacity to try to shame black brothers to vote for Kamala? She ain't one of us.
You don't even live in Chicago anymore. You left your black community, Barack Obama, and you want to tell us how to vote? We're not having that, and we're not voting for Kamala Harris.
Black conservatives all over social media of all different ages have come out against Barack Obama after he had a message saying that the brothers are not supporting Kamala Harris, and that is an issue. They don't really recognize how much she relates to them, and we need to do something about this. I need to wake you guys up. These guys, these black conservatives, they came out with different messages. Many other ones, not as prominent on social media, came out with videos as well. We'll jump into those. But first, it's Sean Daniel here. And second, let's see what Barack Obama said directly to these group of brothers about the lack of support for Kamala Harris in the black community.
The communities is that we have not yet seen the same kinds of energy and turnout in all quarters of our neighborhoods and communities as we saw when I was running. Now, I also want to say that that seems to be more pronounced with the brothers. So if you don't mind, just for a second, I'm going to speak to y'all directly.
Because you're in trouble.
And say that when you have a choice that is this clear, when on the one hand you have somebody who grew up like you, knows you, went to college with you, understands the struggles joy that comes from those experiences. We said to work harder and do more and overcome and achieves the second highest office in the land.
I mean, I'm irritated just hearing this derogatory tone and messaging that Barack Obama is saying about how hard you have it as a black person. She relates to your struggle, your pain. It's talking to them like they're not capable and like they have it so much worse. And a lot of these black conservatives, they are not having it, starting with C.J. Pearson, 22 years old, amazingly well-spoken. Fun fact, all these guys that we've covered, I have met every single one of them, worked with some of them, except Vernon Jones. I don't know about him. Let's go.
President Obama yesterday tried to lecture into supporting Kamala Harris just because she, quote, looks like me. So I'm C.J. Pearson, one of the young black men that President Obama yesterday tried to lecture into supporting Kamala Harris just because she, quote, looks like me. Now, guys, I don't know about y'all, but I think that my ancestors fought far too hard for my right to vote in this country for me to support someone just because they look like me, especially when that person who looks like me doesn't give a damn about me. Kamala Harris, throughout her entire political career, hasn't done a single thing for black people, black men, or anyone, actually, for that matter. She failed to secure the border. She hasn't created a single job. She is actually probably uniquely terrible at her job. Barack Obama, another person who didn't do a damn thing for black people when he was president, believes that black men should set aside our disagreements, set aside our grievances, and just take one for the team. Barack, we've been taking one for the team when it comes to supporting the Democrat Party for decades. And what do we have to show for it? Our inner cities are destroyed. Violent crime is up. We are living in poverty in too many communities across this country. That is the reality of progressive policies in this country and all across America. So no, Barack, I'm not going to support Kamala Harris because you said that is my duty as a young black man. No, I'm going to support Donald Trump, the president who actually delivered for black people, brought about the lowest black unemployment rate in our nation's history, the president who actually gave a damn about our community. That's not rocket science, Barack. It's common sense.
All right, Dave, let's see what you got.
My, have the tides shifted? Are you kidding me? Barack Obama. I didn't vote for you either time. I saw right through you back then, and unfortunately, so many of my black brothers and sisters, my own family, they couldn't see through you. But now they can. You coming out, trying to shame black men into voting for Kamala? Are you freaking kidding me? You sound like a slave master trying to get your slaves back on the plantation. Well, Barack Hussein Obama, you know, I always appreciated the fact that Obama, as an acronym, could also be mentioned. One big ass mistake, America. You didn't do nothing for the black community when you were in office. You pandered to the LGBTQ community, though. Oh, yeah, you pandered to them. You lit up the White House in rainbow colors and everything. What'd you do for the black community?
Sure.
What'd you do for America? Other than just inflame the race tensions in America. Yeah, that's right. You invited Black Lives Matter to the White House. You shamed Dallas police. You inflamed and stirred up racism in this country like nothing before. It wasn't Trump. It was you, Barack Obama. And now you have the audacity to try to shame black brothers to vote for Kamala? She ain't one of us. She's not pro-American. She's pro-illegal immigrant, period. Shame on you. I'm glad my black, brown, and white brothers and sisters are seeing right through you.
And people are poor, and people are broke, and people have been evicted. The homelessness rate has increased, and the minimum wage hasn't changed in years. You guys don't even know how to run on the economy. You know why? And this is going to be a problem for Kamala Harris, because she's a part of the current administration. So if they would have had a true, real, open 2024 Dem primary, that could have been avoided. You had candidates that were running through the Democratic Party that were running against Joe Biden, and the DNC shut it down. RFK, Dean Phillips, Marianne Williamson, not my picks. But the DNC said, no, Joe Biden is our candidate. That's how you got in this situation. And now you want people to just take whatever you have thrown in front of us. Kamala Harris wasn't a strong candidate when she ran for president in 2020. That's why she didn't go far in the Dem primary that time. So this time, you let her skip the primary and you just make her the nominee. And now he sounds like he want to cry because he can't figure it out. I don't understand what's happening here. How is it even like this again? How is it possible that Trump even has a chance now? I don't understand this at all because you guys never fix the core issues. And even under your presidency, we want to go back to this Roe v. Wade thing. Barack Obama ran on codifying Roe v. Wade, said it would be the first thing that he did when he got into office. Won the White House, decided to change his mind. No, I am not going to pursue that. I am not going to do that. Tried to put the blame on Joe Lieberman. But Ro Khanna told me on this show himself that Barack Obama could have ended the filibuster, and that's how you would have been able to codify Roe v. Wade into law. So that would have never happened. Does everybody get this? That would have never happened. He can't figure it out. He's like, how the hell did we go from me to Trump, then back to the Dems with Biden to here it is, Trump and Kamala are neck and neck. And I'm going to tell you, I believe in some of these states, I don't think it's neck and neck. I think that Trump is further ahead in Michigan than what they're telling you. Trump voters are underpolled. But the reality is it's because of you. We're back here, Barack Obama, because of you. You gave us Donald Trump. You let black wealth tank under your presidency because you wanted to bail out Wall Street. Obamacare was a freaking disaster. Let's just keep it real. Did I expect you to fix everything? No, but I also didn't expect you to go to Flint, Michigan and sit up there and pretend to drink the dirty water in front of a room of black people, then get back on your plane and hop back to DC. That's how we got here. You guys avoiding the working class and you want to be around all your Wall Street and your Harvard buddies and walking away from the everyday people. Guys,